Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Live from Harry and David Field in Medford, the second day of the Coach K Classic. And this matchup featuring the Salem Withnell Dodgers against the host Medford Mustangs. Thank you for joining us. Jim McCoy along with my cameraman, Johnny McCoy. We're glad to bring you the action here as we see the Mustangs, winner of 2 games so far in the tournament. Yesterday playing 2, winning a 2-1 decision against the Chico Nuts, a game in which Cameron Sewell scattered 5 hits over 6 1/3 innings of work. Owen Thompson coming on in relief to pick up the save. And then last night, the Mustangs opened the floodgates with their offense and ended up taking a 9-3 decision against a very good Reno Knights team. The Mustangs got on the board early, taking a 3-0 lead. The Knights rallied back to tie up the ball game, but then the Mustangs blew the doors open. A solid outing for Tanner Douglas on the hill, and the Mustangs now 2-0 thus far in the tournament. The Withnell Dodgers out of the Salem area, and you talk about scheduling some tough matchups that are going to test you. Salem going to be one of those teams that will put Coach Nate Maben and his crew to the test. Got a couple more nights of baseball for you. You happen to be here locally. Invite you to come on down to Harry and David Field. Plenty of open seating. A beautiful early sunny evening here in Medford, right about game time. Things are starting to cool down a little bit now, and it's going to be a good one. Then there will also be an action tomorrow night for you Mustang fans, hosting the Idaho Falls in a 7 o'clock matchup. So I invite you for that one. Sunday, the schedule's a little unsettled yet. A lot of that's going to determine on how these teams have done in pool play, so to speak. For you Dodger fans listening down the way, looking over the schedule, I see that the Dodgers will be playing at noon against the Chico Nuts in a game over at Jim McAbee Field that will get underway at 12 o'clock. We're moments away from the start of tonight's game. The executive producer for Table Rock Sports is Joe Brett. Thank you to all of our sponsors that helped make tonight's broadcast possible. We're great to be here. Can't think of anything that says summer more than a good baseball game. And a couple of really good teams getting ready to square off. Invite you to stick around. On the other side of this break, we'll give you the starting lineups right here on TableRockSports.net.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. Jim McCoy along with Johnny McCoy this evening, bringing you the Salem Withnell Dodgers against the Lithia Dodge Medford Mustangs. Let's go ahead and take a look at the batting order for the Withnell Dodgers. Leading off and playing shortstop will be number 4, Brandon Stinnett. He'll be followed in the order by the right fielder, number 7, Will Hassan. Hitting third and playing third base will be Eli Howell, wearing number 3. He wears number 18. The number 8 and the number 5 hitter in the lineup, the designated hitter, Grant Struther. He'll be followed in the order by catcher Rylan Webster, wearing number 21. Playing first base and hitting seventh will be Brady Muth, wearing number 15. The number 8 hitter in the order is number 10, the second baseman, Avery Wilson. And hitting ninth, playing center field, will be Lucas Elkins. Defensively for the Mustangs, who are gathered over there in front of their dugout over on the third base side. Defensively, they'll come out with Tanner Douglas at first, Cameron Sewell at second. Playing third will be Jace Miller. The shortstop will be Frankie Retigliano. The outfield from left to right, Aiden Horsley, Cody Boragine, and over in right will be Caleb Long. Behind the plate, Tristan Wallace. And taking the start, the pitcher who threw a no-no his last time out, Owen Thompson, the right-hander. He'll be facing off against Isaiah Sullivan from the Withnell Dodgers. Sullivan, the left-hander that we'll be seeing coming up here in just a few moments. Respective coaches have finished their meeting at home plate with the umpiring crew. About ready to go here as the teams receive their final instructions for going out on the field and taking their warm-ups. Here come your Mustangs. Coached by Nate Maben, the successor to the man for whom this tournament is named, Sandy Kensinger, longtime teacher at Hedrick Junior High, later Hedrick Middle School, PE teacher, health teacher, and managed the Mustangs for somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 seasons and finished just 3 games short of managing 1,000 games for the club. Very successful tenure for the team, and then he hung it up in 2011, giving away to one of his former players, Nate Maben. Maben now the athletic director at Cascade Christian High School, but he matriculated over at North, graduated there in 2000. Then he went on to play collegiately at Corbin University up there in the Salem area and was coached there for a little while before returning home to the Medford area. Thompson, statistically on the year, this will be his 14th. No, that can't be right. Actually, he's thrown 13 innings. This will be his 4th start of the season, his 5th appearance. Came on in relief yesterday and threw 2/3 of an inning to get the save. He owns a 3-0 record, only given up 3 hits on the season, 2 runs, both earned. And here we await first pitch. Ground ball over to the right. Douglas wanders to the bag unassisted. 1 pitch, 1 down.
Right fielder, number 7, Will Hassoun.
Will Hassoun will be the next hitter in the order. Right fielder, wearing number 7. Right-handed hitter, even stance against Thompson. Strike the call as Thompson gets ahead. Foul off to the right. Advantage Thompson. Looking out at the American flag in left center field, you can see it's still this evening. Pitch off the plate as the count goes 1-2. Out at Maccabee for the last couple of days. Kind of windy around game time. Gets better. Bouncing ball to second. Sewell will fire over to first. And there's 2 away. Play goes 4-3 if you're scoring at home. Practitioners of the lost art of scoring. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Eli Howe. Fouls that one off to the right. Strike one. Howe, right-handed hitter, open stance. Thompson ahead here, 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the Dodgers in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no Mustang errors. And we'll take our first look at the Mustangs offensively on the other side of this break.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During the Memorial Day sales event, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
A quick correction. I announced Eli Howe as a third baseman for the Withmell Dodgers. Actually, the name is Eli Lowe. So my apologies to Mr. Lowe and his family. Right now, let's go ahead and meet the batting order, the starting lineup for the Medford Mustangs. Leading off and playing center field will be Cody Boragine. He'll be followed by the second baseman, Cameron Sewell. Hitting third, first baseman is Tanner Douglas. Jace Miller plays third and will hit cleanup. The number 5 man in the order, Aiden Horsley, wearing number 5 and playing left field. He'll be followed by Jeremiah Robbins, who ordinarily plays catcher, but tonight he'll take a turn at DH. The number 7 hitter will be Frankie Retigliano. The number 8 man, the right fielder, Caleb Long, wearing number 18. And the number 9 hitter will be the catcher, Tristan Wallace. Starting for the Dodgers, left-hander Isaiah Sullivan. Boragine standing in. He scored the game-winning run for the Mustangs yesterday against the Chico Nuts. Sullivan, that one a little outside, and that'll run the count even at 1-1. Pitch inside. Count goes 2-1. Little contact. Foul ball, the call, and that'll bring the count even at 2-2. Boragine generating a little bit of excitement here, but that one fouled off. Count now even at 2-2 here in the bottom of the first. Game just getting underway. Final contest of the day here at Harry and David Field. This afternoon, Reno defeating Idaho Falls by a score of 4-1. Reno, a winner over Chico at 1 o'clock. That one over the head of Boragine to run the count full at 3-2. Sullivan, pitch off target. And down to first goes Boragine, offering the Mustangs their first base runner of the ball game. Pitch off target, count goes 1-0. Boragine a threat to steal. Pitch outside, and the count goes 2-0. Sewell came into the week hitting .341. On base percentage of .453. So a good stick. You always like to have a good contact hitter there in that number 2 spot in the order. Move things along, either with a hit or perhaps the sacrifice from time to time if you're playing small ball. Also make good hit and run guys. Sullivan looking over to first, letting Boragine know he hasn't forgotten about him. Sullivan comes to the plate. Even things up at 2-2. That one fouled off. Sewell staying alive at 2-2. Lefty hitter against lefty pitcher. Runner goes. And that one inside the line fair. Boragine coming around third. He's headed home and he scores. RBI double by Cameron Sewell as the Mustangs take the early lead, 1-0. Talk about a good contact hitter. Sewell doing a nice job of hitting it the other way. He's in scoring position for the big first baseman, Tanner Douglas. Recent graduate of South Medford High School. Headed collegiately to Central Washington. Not only does he play a good first base, he had a pretty decent outing out on the hill last night as well. He looks at a strike from Sullivan as Isaiah gets ahead here. Sullivan looking Sewell back to second base. Comes to the plate. That one hit in the air up the middle. Long run. It's over the center fielder's head. Near the wall. Coming around is Sewell. And Sewell scores on the RBI double by Tanner Douglas. So as they say in soccer, the Mustangs out on the front foot this evening. Always makes life a little easier for your starting pitcher, knowing he's got that support behind him. A little conversation will ensue out on the hill. Little encouragement there for the pitcher Sullivan. So a walk and a pair of doubles put the Mustangs out in front by a score of 2-0. So we're seeing shades of what we saw last night for the Mustangs against the Reno Knights. The Mustangs jumping out in front with a 3-0 lead. That served them well because Reno fought back. Jace Miller, third baseman. Pops this one up. Heads back toward the screen and out of play. Scattered the spectators. The Dodgers looking for their first out of the ball game. Swing and a miss. Sullivan gets ahead of Miller. One fouled out of play. Count remains at 1-2. Miller coming into the week, hitting .370. For you sabermetricians, OPS of 1.053. For us old school guys, we just say he's a darn good hitter. Count even. Runner goes. Finds a seam. Base hit. Coming around and coming home. Tanner Douglas. Miller picks up the RBI single.
The left fielder, number 5, Aiden Horsley.
Aiden Horsley. Playing left field. He's also a lot of pitching depth on this Mustangs team. And you'll see some of him on the hill for Coach Maben and company. Pitch off the plate as Horsley gets ahead at 1-0. It's that in the air. Shallow right there to make the play. Second base, and the runner too far off the bag, and they get him too. Big double play there. A pitcher's best friend.
Your designated hitter, number 8, Jeremiah Robbins.
Horsley popping that up. And it did look like it might possibly be a little bit of trouble, kind of almost in no man's land there, but Wilson showing some nice range there. And Miller couldn't quite get back in time. So 2 gone. And Sullivan ahead of the designated hitter, Jeremiah Robbins. Pitch outside. Robbins getting ahead in the count. Now the count 3-1, and other than the leadoff hitter Borigi, not a lot of deep counts here. Fouled away. And now we await the payoff pitch from Isaiah Sullivan. That's hit in the air. Medium depth in right field. There to close the glove on it is Hatsoon. And that'll wrap it up for the Mustangs, who score 3 runs on 3 hits. No Dodger errors. We'll take a quick break and be back with the top of the second right after these messages.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Back at Harry and David Field, top of the second. Cole Whelan leading off for the Dodgers. Thompson high on that one as Whelan gets ahead. Whelan, the left fielder, wearing number 18. Thompson behind now, 3-1. He had a clean first inning. The call is strike. Full count. Leadoff hitter in the top of the second. That one fouled off to the right. See a fan chasing that one down. That'll be ball 4, giving the Dodgers their first runner of the ball game.
Designated hitter, number 8,
Wheeland on.
Strother.
And that'll bring up Grant Strother. Strother, designated hitter. Thompson catches the corner, gets ahead at 0-1. Whelan taking a decent lead there, throw over, and he gets underneath the tag. Inside, as the count goes 1-1. You have to wonder a little bit about how aggressive that Coach Stinnett and the Dodgers will be down 3-0, but then still very early in the ball game yet. fouled back. Two strikes now on Strother with Ryland Webster, the catcher, on deck. Got contact there, but pulls it foul. Throw over. He gets back. And there's a strike. And down goes Strother. For Thompson, that is his second K of the evening.
Catcher, number 21, Ryland Webster.
And with one down, we get a look at the Dodgers catcher. Webster fouls that one off as Thompson gets ahead. Pitch for a ball, evening up the count at 1-1. Tomorrow, the Mustangs, once again, will be in action right here at Harry and David Field. Game time at 7 o'clock, taking on Idaho Falls. Another one of those tough matchups that we've been talking about. But, you know, hey, if you're going to be the best, you got to beat the best. And so the Mustangs are going to see some tough competition throughout the weekend. And so far, so good with a pair of victories and a pair of games. Count even up now at 2-2. The runner Wheeland taking some pretty good leads, and you see Thompson going to try to see if he can't steal an out there. A little trouble there, but Wallace doing a nice job of keeping it in front of him. And now the count full at 3-2. Here comes the pitch. Webster working a good at-bat here against Thompson. And he draws the walk. Second walk of the inning for Owen Thompson. That'll move Wheeland into scoring position.
Runner at first base is number 2, Brady Stoops. Batting for the Dodgers, first baseman, number 15, Brady Muth.
Stoops will come in as the courtesy runner for Webster, the catcher. That's one of the nice things at the high school level. You can get a courtesy runner for either your catcher or pitcher. Helps the game move along a little bit faster. Bouncing ball over to third. Miller has it. Plays to first, and the throw is in time. So Muth grounds out. Runners move up, however.
Second baseman, number 10, Avery Wilson.
And the potential tying run is at the plate in Avery Wilson. Wilson playing second base for the Dodgers. His team looking not only for their first hit, but their first run. A pair of walks by Thompson is what presents the challenge for the Cascade Christian Challenger pitcher. Playing summer ball here for the Mustangs. And a line drive up the middle. It looked like Sewell had it. We'll go ahead and rule that one, however. A single. That one had some pretty good velocity on it. So that first hit of the ball game for the Dodgers nets them their first run.
Center fielder,
So Wilson,
number 5, Lucas Elkins.
the infield hit and the RBI as that brings Wheeland home. So runners now at the corners with 2 down. Swing and a miss. The number 9 hitter, the center fielder, Lucas Elkins. Right-handed stick, even stance. And Thompson with the advantage here. 0-2. Thompson looks over at first. Comes to the plate. Runner goes. Pitch goes back to the screen. Looks like Elkins got a little piece of that. So the count remains 0-2, and Wilson back to the bag at first. Runner goes. And he's safe. Thompson just a wee tad late with the throw over. And Wilson just beats it for the steal. Pitches a ball as the count now goes 1-2. Bouncing ball, third base, throw across the infield. And the throw's in time. Nope, foul ball. Yeah, that did look close. So the count 1-2, 2 gone in the inning. 2 runners in scoring position. Elkins fouling that one back. Top of the second inning. Mustangs up 3-1, but a pair of runs in scoring position. Two and 2 now with 2 gone. So the deuces are wild. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, top of the second. 3. Bouncing ball again to third. Miller has it once again. And twice as nice for Miller. He fielded the foul ball, and this one was fair. And the Mustangs get out of the inning. But for the Dodgers, 1 run on 1 hit, no Mustang errors. We'll be back with the home half of the second inning right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During the Memorial Day sales event, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Back here at Harry and David Field, Jim McCoy along with Johnny McCoy on the camera. Also have the statistical guru, B.G. Gould, in the house, operating the scoreboard this evening, helping me to sort out, was that a hit? Was that an error? Retigliano, leadoff hitter here in the inning for the Mustangs. Ball hit in the air to center field. They're closing the glove on it for the out is Lucas Elkins. So 1 up, 1 down. And up comes the right fielder, Caleb Long, South Medford product, right-handed hitter. He finds the hole, base hit. The ball had eyes there. As Long connects on the single to left.
Catcher, number 25, Tristan.
Now the number 9 hitter out of Cascade Christian, Tristan Wallace, behind the plate this evening. Throw to first. Wallace gets ahead in the count coming into this week's action, hitting .302. Pounds that one into the dirt. That'll even up the count. For the challengers, Wallace, with his team playing over on Field 9 at the Lithia Driveway Field Complex. He had 6 home runs this spring. Thus far, the Mustangs, no homers yet on the 2022 campaign. Coming in here with a record of 12-2. So these Mustangs able to rake without it. Runner goes. Long picks up the stolen base. Moves down into scoring position. Wallace now even up 2-2 against Sullivan. That one hit to right field. Base hit coming around third will be Long. Wallace turns at second, but scampers back to the bag. Tristan Wallace picking up a ribby there.
Runner at second base is number 1, Johnny King. At the plate for your Mustangs, the center fielder, number 14, Cody Borgi.
So we're going back around to the top of the order. Cody Borgi drew a walk in his first at-bat and scored. Pitch over the plate. That'll even up things at 1-1. Borgi has that wide stance, kind of an open stance with his right foot pointed a little bit more towards right field. Wallace, the runner, down at second, and he's not the stereotype that you have in the kids' movies about the big squatty catcher. In high school football, he plays running back and linebacker, so he's got pretty decent wheels for a big guy. Count even now at 2-2. Borgi, bouncing ball down to first base. Taking it unassisted is Muth. 2 out in the inning now.
Second baseman,
Score that
16,
U3.
Sewell.
Wallace, 90 feet closer, down at third. Awaiting Cameron Sewell. Fell back to the screen. Sullivan ahead in the count now, 0-2. It's that one out to left field, a soft line drive that is reeled in by Wheeland. And that will do it for the Mustangs, who add another run to their total as they lead in the ball game 4-1. We'll pause, recognize our sponsors, and when we return, we'll bring you the top of the third. It's the Mustangs 4, the Dodgers 1. We'll be back right after this.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto. as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Tim, our public address announcer, passing some scores along from earlier action today here at the Coach K Classic. We'll pass those along to you in a moment. Owen Thompson for the Mustangs on the bump. Facing off against the leadoff hitter, Brandon Stinnett, trying to make a diving stop in foul territory. Tanner Douglas can't quite get a mitt on it. And the count goes 0-2. Stinnett grounded out to first, his first time up. A play that Douglas took care of on his own. Thompson winds and fires, and that one outside as the count goes 1-2. Over at Jim McAbee Field, Roseburg won a 10-7 slugfest against Humboldt. Humboldt stuck around and dropped a big loss on Las Vegas, 16-0. Stinnett strikes out, one gone in the inning.
Right fielder, number 7, Will Hassoun.
So that'll bring up Will Hassoun, who grounded out in his first at-bat. For Thompson, his third strikeout of the game. Hassoun, ground ball down to short. Retigliano throws across. And it's in time for out number 2.
Third baseman, number 13.
6-3 goes the play. Eli Lowe now the hitter with 2 gone. Lowe struck out in the first. Practitioner at the hot corner gets ahead 1-0. Ground ball to his opposite. Miller, laser over to first, and he's gone. So for the Dodgers in the third, 3 up, 3 down. We'll be right back with the Mustangs here on Table Rock Sports.
And memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Getting ready here for the bottom of the third. Red Division action here at the Coach K Classic between the Mustangs and the Salem Whitnell Dodgers. The Mustangs with the 4-1 lead. We mentioned some scores from earlier today. Humboldt defeating Las Vegas 16-0. Over here at Harry and David Field in the Red Division, Chico defeated Reno by a score of 3-1, and then Reno turned around and defeated Idaho Falls 4-1. So 10 teams participating in this tournament. Some really good ones, too. In the Red Division, it's the Mustangs along with the Dodgers, who are here tonight. Also the Idaho Falls Bandits, the Chico Nuts, and the Reno Knights for the Mustangs, their third game of the tournament. Sullivan, the pitcher. The hitter, Tanner Douglas, who hit an RBI double in his first at-bat. That one headed off to the parking lot, leaving up the count at 1-1. Bouncing ball to first. Muth is there. He'll step on the bag. That erases Douglas for out number 1.
Third baseman, number 3, Jace Miller.
Third baseman, Jace Miller. We've seen him make some nice defensive plays this evening. Also had an RBI single in his first at-bat. He'll stand in now against Sullivan. Looks at ball 1. On deck, the left fielder, Aiden Horsley. Ball hit in the air to left field. Wheeland there to make the catch for out number 2.
Left fielder, number 5, Aiden Horsley.
After soldiering through a couple of tough innings to start the ball game, Sullivan sailing along here in the third. 2 up, 2 down. Horsley popped up the second in his first at-bat. And Sullivan getting ahead here, 0-1. Horsley fouling that one off as it goes out of play. Coach Nate Maben having a quick word with Horsley. This is where you would love to be a fly on the wall, or maybe we'll try to get Joe to put something in the budget so we can mic the manager up sometime. Could be offering a pointer. Could be looking at equipment. Hard to say. Oh, and 2 the count to the left fielder from North Medford. Horsley makes contact and stays alive as the count remains at 0-2. Ball hit in the air to left field, and it'll drop for a base hit. Horsley slides into second as he gets on with 2 out in the inning.
Designated hitter, number 8, Jeremiah Robbins.
That's the 6th hit of the ball game for the Mustangs in 2 2/3 inning. Designated hitter Jeremiah Robbins will come up. RBI opportunity with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd. He'll pull it. Finds the hole. He gets on with a base hit and coming home and scoring. Is Aiden Horsley. Jeremiah Robbins hits it between the 5-6 hole. And what's interesting, I found that in the last couple of days that I've had the opportunity to watch him play, he does like to hit it the other way out towards right, but he pulls this one as the opportunity presents itself. And he puts another run on the board for Medford. As Frankie Retigliano, who flew out to center in his first at-bat, comes to the plate. A pitch inside. That'll even things up. Starting to see a little bit more wind out in left field, and things beginning to cool as the sun goes down. Last reading of the temp, 88 degrees. Ball hit in the air to center field. Shallow, and it falls in. So now, runners at first and third. And we'll have a pitching change. As the Mustangs lead by 4 and threatening with more. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with more right here on TableRockSports.net.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Right-hander warming up, wearing number 22, Jackson Pierce, into the ball game in relief of Isaiah Sullivan, who worked 2 2/3 innings, surrendered 8 hits, 5 runs. However, book not closed on him yet, as we have a pair of runners on that statistically would remain his responsibility. Sullivan misses on his first offering, count 1-0. Caleb Long, the hitter. Retigliano aboard on a single, kind of a bloop job. And Robbins, the lead runner, over at third. Take count here at 3-0. And that misses as Long, who came into the week as the team leader in bases on balls, does just that very thing to fill the pond for Tristan Wallace. Wallace takes one on the elbow there. He's hit by a pitch. He'll be credited with an RBI. With that, Robbins will come in to score. And it's a 6-1 ball game.
Runner at first base is number 1, Johnny King.
Johnny King will come in as the courtesy runner for the catcher, Wallace.
Mustangs, your center fielder, number 14, Cody Boragine.
Cody Boragine now up. Back to the top of the order for the Mustangs. That one popped up wide of down the third baseline over in the bullpen area as the count goes 0-1. Count even up at 1-1. Bouncing ball to second. Throws to net. To Muth. And they get the out. Mustangs pick up a pair of runs in the third. And now they lead in the ball game 6-1. We'll be back with the top of the fourth right after these messages.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
To the top of the fourth we go.
Number 18, Cole Whelan.
Cole Whelan, who drew a walk in the first and scored, actually in the second, comes up. Oh, that one a little behind him. And the count goes 1-0. Wallace going to come out and have a conversation. Both of them high school classmates, high school teammates. Have a little word with him. So far in the ball game, Thompson surrendering just one hit and a pair of walks. Wheeland ahead, 3-0. Gets the strike call there at 3-1. On deck, the designated hitter, Grant Struther. That one fouled off. So the battle, Thompson versus Wheeland, continues. That one hit in the air to left field. That continues to carry. And that's a base hit for Wheeland as he motors into second. Wheeland in scoring position now.
Grant Struther.
Grant Struther Struck out his first at-bat. Designated hitter tonight. Right-handed hitter. Wearing number 8. Strother gets ahead, 1-0. Slow roller to short, quick throw to first. Retigliano to Douglas. And there's one down. Runner moves up for the Dodgers. So Thompson showing us definitely he is a ground ball pitcher. Webster walked in his first at-bat. But among the outs for Salem, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have come via the ground ball. Swing and a miss by Webster as the count evens up now at 1-1. Ground ball to second. Runner coming home. Play to first. And Webster's out. But Whelan comes home.
First baseman, number 15.
To make it a 6-2 ball game. The Dodgers chipping away here. Count even up at 1-1. Ground ball, bouncing ball up the middle, base hit. Brady Muth. Supplying the Dodgers their third hit of the ball game.
Number 10, Avery Wilson.
Avery Wilson, another RBI opportunity. He ended up picking up a run batted in on an infield hit and had a stolen base his first time up. He gets ahead here, 1-0. 2 gone in the inning. Thompson out of the stretch. Bouncing ball up the middle. Retigliano will take care of it at second himself. And that will end the inning, but not before the Dodgers pick up a run. It's a 6-2 ball game. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
At Harry and David Field in Medford, Cameron Sewell, Tanner Douglas, Jace Miller due up for the Mustangs here. Facing off against Jackson Pierce, the right-hander, who came on in relief of Sullivan. Ball hit foul wide of first. Sewell hit an RBI double and flied out to left. 1 for 2 on the evening. Pitch inside. 1-1 the count. Ground ball to the right, fielded by the first baseman. That one gets away. And Sewell gets on an infield hit. Tough play, kind of right there in no man's land for Moth. And regardless of what happened with that throw, they weren't going to get him. So Sewell, with his second hit of the night. Tanner Douglas, the hitter now. One on and nobody out. Douglas fouls that one off to the left. Douglas hit the second of 2 consecutive RBI doubles in the first. Then he also grounded out to first. Sewell taking a pretty good lead over there. Count 3-1 to the hitter Tanner Douglas. And he'll take the stroll down to first. Runners at first and second now.
Third baseman number 3, Jace Miller.
For the Mustangs, the third base on balls that they've earned this evening, also hit by a pitch. Miller stands in 1 for 2. RBI single in the first and flew out to left. He's ahead here 1-0. Bouncing ball, the shortstop. Could be trouble, and it is. And that will load the bases. In the scorebook, that will go as an E6 against the shortstop, Stinnett.
Number 5, Aiden Horsley.
Aiden Horsley stands in. He doubled and scored in his last at-bat. He's ahead here, 1-0. Bases loaded and nobody out here in the home half of the fourth inning. Bouncing ball to short, plays to second. They get the runner there. Throw to first, not in time. So Miller gets an RBI.
Designated hitter, number 8, Jeremiah Robbins.
As Sewell comes home. Runners now at first and third as they got the out at second. Bouncing ball to short. Feed to second. They get one. Go over to first. A pitcher's best friend, the double play. So for the Mustangs, they pick up a run and lead in the ball game 7-2. We'll go to the top of the fifth, but let's take a quick timeout. Pay homage to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
365 is here to fuel all of your daily adventures. You'll find just what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken. Wherever your next adventure takes you, from the mountains to the coast. And our Peak Rewards app is here to help you save money on fuel. Save at least 16 cents a gallon so you can travel further on your adventures for less. Daily adventures are just better with Pinnacle 365.
So we go to the top of the fifth. The Medford Mustangs. The Lithia Dodge Medford Mustangs officially leading the ball game 7-2 against the Salem Withnell Dodgers. Owen Thompson continues his outing on the hill. Bouncing ball wide of third. Foul ball off the bat of the center fielder Lucas Elkins. Elkins grounded out in his first trip to the plate. Thompson quickly ahead of him at 0-2. Thompson trying to see if he couldn't get Elkins fishing. Ball gets away from Wallace, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Elkins, you can see a little frustrated with himself, and he goes down, heads back to the Dodger dugout. And there's one down. Go back to the top of the order. Brandon Stinnett, 0 for 2 on the day. Fouled off. Count 0-1. We mentioned the red division, some of the teams competing there. Over in the blue division, with the games having been played today over at North Medford. Over on that side of the bracket, if you will, Roseburg Dock Stewarts, the Fairfield Expos, a team that the Mustangs have seen quite a bit of, the Humboldt Eagles, the Las Vegas Aces, and the Klamath Falls Falcons. Ground ball hit to short. Throw by Retigliano. In time, and there is 2 down.
Right fielder, number 7.
So Thompson continuing to keep his outfielders unemployed. If he hasn't struck them out, they've grounded out. Pitch outside as the count goes 1-0. Will Hassoun playing right field for the Withnell Dodgers. That one in the air. Ends up out of play. Count 1-1 with 2 gone. Top of 5. Thompson gets the strike there. So he had a slight bit of bout of wildness in the last inning, but he's seems pretty well zeroed in and in control of things here in the fifth. That one, I spoke too soon. Count now full at 3-2. Fouled away. Soon working on a good at-bat here. Keeping himself here in the matchup. Fouling that one away. That pitch outside. And Hassoun walked down to first. For Thompson, his third walk of the ball game. Eli Lowe going to try to see if he can't keep this going. Lowe, 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out. Grounded the third. Lowe gets ahead. 1-0. Throw over to first. Hassoun gets underneath it. Thompson comes to the plate, and that one outside at 2-0. Swing and a miss. And you got him off base. We got a run down between first and second. Douglas with the tag, and he's out. So the Dodgers get a man on, but they can't do anything with them. And now we'll go to the bottom of the fifth after we've returned from this break.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Home half of the fifth inning.
Shortstop, number 10, Frankie.
Mustang shortstop, Frankie Rutigliano. He'll be followed by Caleb Long and Tristan Wallace. Rutigliano 1 for 2, fouls that one away. Count even up at 1-1. Pierce, who came on in relief of Isaiah Sullivan, back in the third, continues on. Little comebacker. Good athletic play there by Pierce. Spins, throws to first. And there's one down.
Right fielder, number 18, Caleb Long.
Caleb Long. Officially 1 for 1 on the day. Singled and walked. Gets a little contact there as the count goes 0-1. Long coming into the week, the team leader in on-base percentage with .583. And everything he's done with his performance against Fairfield on Tuesday, and then his work yesterday has done nothing but continue to build on that. That's when you know you got a team that can rake, when you're down toward the bottom of the batting order and you still have guys who are very capable for you. Pierce ahead of the hitter, 1-2. And Long. And the umpire saying, he didn't quite get out of the way. At first, we're thinking up here in the booth that he was hit by a pitch. Umpire says otherwise. Coach Nate Maben. Little discussion about it. Maben heads back to the dugout. Pleading his case, and now 1-2. Long back in the batter's box. Hits it foul. As Long stays alive. Count goes 2-2. Oh. My bad. Make that 3-2. And Long draws the walk. For the outfielder from South Medford, that is his second walk of the game. So officially it shows him 1 for 1, but he's gotten on base in all 3 plate appearances. So Caleb Long doing Caleb Long things. Wallace shows bunt there. Pierce gets ahead of him. 0-1. That one hit foul off to the right. Wallace officially 1 for 1. He hit an RBI double and then was hit by a pitch. Actually, 2 RBIs on the evening because when he did get hit, the bases were loaded, and that brought a Mustang run home. Here, though, Pierce ahead of him, 0-2. Pitch inside. Wild pitch. Long takes advantage, and he's in scoring position now. Wallace with a 1-2 count. Pitch fouled off, and the count remains at 1-2. Sun headed down. You can start to see the Shadows across the outfield. The lights are on. And we're all home. Ball hit in the air, and there to make the catch is the right fielder, Will Hassoun. The runner long tags up, and he moves over to third.
Center fielder, number 14, Cody Boragine.
Cody Boragine, number 1 hitter in the Mustang batting order. 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out twice actually, and a walk to open the ball game. And that walk turned into the Mustangs' first run. There's a strike to open the at-bat. That pitch outside. Origine, the hitter, with 2 out, and the man on deck is Cameron Sewell. Solid contact to right field, but Hassoun there to close the glove on it and end the inning. It remains a 7-2 ball game. We'll be back with the top of the 6th right after this.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Always be there.
Third baseman, number 13, Eli Lowe.
We go to the top of the 6th. Eli Lowe to lead off for the Salem Whitnell Dodgers. Right-handed hitter in the open stance. Strike the call. Lowe 0 for 2 on the day. That one inside. Lowe, the third baseman for the Dodgers. Who will be in action tomorrow at noon against Chico over at North Medford. Strikeout there, 1 down in the inning.
Left fielder,
Thompson with 4 Ks on the night.
Wheelan.
Cole Wheeland now at bat. He's given Thompson a little bit of trouble this evening.
For those adult beverages, last call.
Wheeland and has walked and doubled and scored both of the Dodgers' runs. Wheeland hits that one off to the right. Two and two the count. That one high. Ball hit up the middle. Little bit of trouble there, Sewell. That was just one of those balls where it's really hard to do anything with it. And just slow bouncer. Couple of wicked hops there.
Number 8, Grant Strother.
Good enough for that to be ruled an infield hit. So Wheeland continuing to get the better of Thompson this evening. Swing and a miss by Strother. Struck out, grounded out this evening. A pitch off target, and the count 1-1. Runner at first. Solid contact, hit out to right center field, base hit. Wheeland comes around second, he goes to third. Strother registers the 5th hit of the evening for the Dodgers. Now a little conference on the mound. Assistant coach John King coming out to talk to Thompson.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard, last call for the adult beverages in the concession stand.
Top of the 6th right now. You got to figure at this point in time, Thompson starting to get fairly deep on his pitch count. Might be time that they consider the possibility of making a pitching change. And for Coach Nate Maben, they're going to go ahead and stay with Thompson. Twelve different pitchers have made appearances for Coach Maben.
21, Rylan Webster.
Rylan Webster now the hitter. Opportunity with runners at first and third and one down. Ball hit to right field, base hit. Wheeland comes home. And now it's a 7-3 ball game.
First baseman
For Webster, that's his second RBI of the night. Had an RBI on a ground out, and now Brady Muth, who picked up a single in his last trip to the plate, gets ahead of Thompson now, 1-0. Runners at first and second, one down. Ball hit in the air to right field. That one's going to fall in. Coming around, looking to score. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he's out. So a nice play there out in right field. Good hustle by the Mustang right fielder Caleb Long. Throw to the plate. Some aggressive base running by the Dodgers. So now 2 down in the inning. And we'll have a pitching change. Owen Thompson, 5 2/3 innings of work. And it looks like we might be, the early word is we might be seeing Julius Bolstad. So Thompson with a solid outing. But if you got the pitching depth, why not use it? A good defensive play on the throw from the outfield. There, Wallace making the play at the plate to record the out. And while Bolstad takes his warm-ups, give us a good chance to get a 30-second spot in. We'll be right back.
365 is here to fuel all of your daily adventures. You'll find just what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken. Wherever your next adventure takes you, from the mountains to the coast. And our Peak Rewards app is here to help you save money on fuel. Save at least 16 cents a gallon so you can travel further on your adventures for less. Daily adventures are just better with Pinnacle 365.
From Phoenix High School, right-hander Julius Bolstad comes into the ball game. Mustangs with the 7-3 lead. And coming up is Avery Wilson.
Number 32, Julius Bolstad.
Muth made great contact to get the hit there into deep right field. And that was kind of, that sign that maybe Thompson was beginning to wear down, is whereas he'd been so successful in terms of inducing ground balls throughout the ball game. We started to see a lot of hits in the air. And Avery Wilson, who's 1 for 2 on the night, comes up and quickly gets ahead of Bolstad. 1-0. Two and 0 the count. 2 down. Runners at the corners. Top of the 6th inning. Ball hit in the air to center field. Long, who's had a busy inning, wraps the glove around it. And that will do it for the Dodgers, who do pick up a run. They're within 4. It's a 7-3 ball game. We'll be back after this timeout.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between $7,000 and $10,000. At Conger Morris, a full-service funeral, including a wooden casket, is only $4,900. We can keep our prices lower because we're local. In fact, we're the only locally owned, family-run, full-service funeral and cremation provider in the Valley. Call us today to schedule an appointment for personalized assistance with our caring staff. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
To the home half of the 6th inning we go. Cameron Sewell comes up for the Mustangs. He scored a pair of runs in the ball game, 2 for 3, hit a double, and also hit a single to left. Pierce continues for the Dodgers in relief of Isaiah Sullivan. Bouncing ball. Stinnett, the shortstop, has it. Throws across. The out recorded, and there's one down.
First baseman, number 29, Tanner Douglas.
Tanner Douglas standing in. Doubled and walked tonight. Hear the call from the umpire, and the count goes 0-1. Pitch outside. Pitch called the ball. 2-1. That one sliced to left field, base hit. So Douglas provides the Mustangs their 10th hit of the evening and the second for him. He'll be followed by Jace Miller. Miller with a pair of RBIs on the evening. Last time up, fielder's choice, and he picked up the RBI there. Also singled on the night. 1 for 3. And Pierce gets ahead of him. Timeout call. Miller will step out. That one just hit inside the first baseline through the glove. They're going to call that one a base hit for Miller, so he's on with a hit, and we got 2 on with 1 down.
Left fielder, number 5, Aiden Horsley.
Aiden Horsley coming to the plate. Has a double on the evening and has scored 1 of the 7 Mustang runs. He gets that one over the glove of the third baseman. Coming around and trying to score. Going to be a play at the plate, and he's out. So 7-5-2 goes the play. So it goes from left to third to catcher.
Designated hitter, number 8, Jeremiah Robbins.
But Horsley with the hit. He's down at first. The lead runner, Miller, over at third. He'll just keep creeping his way up there. Now that one popped up. And just right in front of us. I think if our cameraman, Johnny McCoy, just reached out, he probably might be able to pick him up a souvenir. Count even up at 1-1. 2 gone in the inning. Robbins singled and scored a run. Pitch inside, runner goes. Wild pitch. Count now 2-1. So a pair of runners now in scoring position for Medford. Ball hit in the air to right field. Hassoun is there. And that will do it for the Mustangs. So they muster a threat. But a play at the plate does away with a scoring opportunity. It remains a 7-3 ball game. We'll be back with the top of the 7th following these messages.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Top of the 7th. Final opportunity for the Salem Whitnell Dodgers, who have been slowly clawing their way in it.
Pitch hitting for Elkins, number 17, Taylor Brenneman.
Taylor Brenneman, wearing number 17, in the pinch hit for Lucas Elkins. Brenneman promptly hits the ball, and he'll drop in for a base hit. Long couldn't make the play there, couldn't quite get to it. That was one of those ones that just kind of hung out there in no man's land. So Brenneman, successful in one of the more difficult jobs in baseball, that of a pinch hitter. Been sitting there all game long. He go in and get a hit for us. And mission accomplished for Brenneman.
Shortstop, number 4, Brandon Stinnett.
Brandon Stinnett, the hitter. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Grounded out twice and struck out. But he's got a man in scoring position. Ball hit off to the left foul. As Bolstad, who came on in relief of Owen Thompson. Thompson on the evening, 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits surrendered, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Pitch inside for the number 1 hitter in the Dodgers lineup. Pitch outside. Two and 1 the count to the Salem shortstop. Bouncing ball up the middle, base hit. Coming around third is Brenneman, and he scores. Oh, big hit here by Stinnett. Brings a runner home.
Right fielder, number 7, Will Hassoun.
Will Hassoun. Oh for 2, walked in his last at-bat. Then he ended up getting caught in a rundown between first and second. Pitch outside by Bolstad. Dodgers knocking on the door here in the top of the 7th. Throw to first. Back in time is Stinnett. Next pitch, inside. As the count goes 2-0. Strike as the count goes 2-1. As soon, the hitter, he's made some nice plays defensively out in right field this evening. Now trying to work a little magic with the black wand there as the count now goes even at 2-2. Fouled away. Assume the right fielder is staying alive. And no, I'll do you a favor and not sing that for you either. Volstad out of the stretch, comes to the plate. Soon looks that one in. Full count. Volstad looks to first. Throw over. Little courtesy call there. Runner hesitates, and that one falls in for a base hit. Hassoun gets aboard. And here comes the Mustangs coach, Nate Maben. Looking like a probable pitching change here. So Bolstat. And coming in to pitch will be Cody Boragine. While he gets ready and warms up a little bit, we'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. 7-4 ball game. We'll be back after these messages.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Mustangs bring in a lefty. Cody Boragine will come in from center field. Takes his warm-ups. Nobody down. And the Dodgers hanging tough in this ball game.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 14, Cody Borigi.
Borigine comes in from center field to pitch. Didn't quite catch who came in to take over for him in center field. But we'll have a new center fielder out there now. But one of the things in terms of talking with assistant coach John King yesterday, one of the things that the Mustangs are proud of is their defensive play. And we've seen some good plays once again from them this evening.
Third baseman, number 13, Eli
Now at bat,
Lowe.
Eli Lowe, 0 for 3, struck out twice this evening. Runners at first and second. Let's bring this scoreboard up to date here. Count 0-1. Pitch in the dirt. Wallace jumps on that, and the count goes even now at 1-1. Lowe represents the tying run at the plate. Now the count 1-2, but nobody out. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Other defensive changes for the Mustangs. Into the game in left field, number 1, Johnny King. Moving from left to center field, number 5, Aiden Horsley.
I don't know whether you could hear Tim, the public address announcer, or not, but what has happened is defensively for the Mustangs in their outfield, Horsley has moved from left to center, and into the game is Johnny King. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So Borigine going right to work here in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Wheeland, been on base, reached every time he's been up tonight. Drew a walk, scored a run, hit a double, scored a run, and hit a single to left. And strike 3. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Designated hitter, number 8, Grant Struther.
Grant Struther. Mustangs with just one save on the campaign. We saw that yesterday. Thompson came on in relief of Cameron Sewell in the opener against Chico. Of course, it's hard to get saves when you generally win by blowouts. But Borigine looking good so far. Count even at 1-1. 2 gone, but 2 runners on. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Borigine looks in at his catcher, Wallace. Set in the stretch. And falls in for a base hit. That one's shallow. So the tying run in Struther gets aboard.
Number 21.
Or the tying run possibility anyway. Yeah, Webster up, who already has 2 RBIs on the evening, including an RBI single that came in his last at-bat. Borgine gets that one over for a strike as the count goes 0-1. So the Dodgers saying not so fast in terms of getting those victory cigars out. That pitch outside. Webster showing good plate discipline, and we saw that as he drew a walk in his first at-bat of the evening against Thompson. One and two the count. Two gone. 7-4 ball game. That ball hit in the air. Will it drop? Long is there, and the game is over. Your final score. The Medford Mustangs, 7. The Salem Withnell Dodgers, 4. We'll take a quick timeout. When we return, we'll do a quick wrap on the ball game right after these messages.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
And they also strand 8. The winning pitcher is
Always be there.
7 p.m. first pitch. They will be taking on Idaho Falls. We hope to see you tomorrow night for first pitch.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. The final score, the Medford Mustangs prevail against the Salem Withnell Dodgers by a score of 7-4. As you can see on your John L. Scott Lithia Dodge scoreboard, it was the Mustangs with 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors in the field, so another good fielding night for Medford. For the Dodgers, 4 runs. They had their share of hits with 11. A lot of those came later in the ball game, and just 1 defensive miscue on the night. The winning pitcher, Owen Thompson. Taking the loss, Isaiah Sullivan, the starter for the Dodgers. Picking up the save in relief is Cody Borgine, his first of the year. The real story of the game is Medford got on it early. In the first inning, Borgine would get on a walk. Then it would be followed with an RBI double by Cameron Sewell, and then another RBI double by Tanner Douglas. And the Mustangs jump out early. The Dodgers try to claw their way back, but come up just a little bit short, but not without creating a little bit of drama along the way. So now the Mustangs run their record to 3-0 in the tournament, and they'll be in action once again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right here at Harry and David Field against Idaho Falls. If you can't make the game, we'll be here to live stream it for you here on TableRockSports.net. As for Salem, you Dodger fans, they'll be back in action tomorrow at 12 o'clock against the Chico Nuts. For my cameraman, Johnny McCoy, I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for joining this evening, and have a great night.